let's start with the basics. If you could just tell me a bit about yourself, where do you live? What market are you in? What real estate strategy do you use? And how long have you been investing for?
Okay. My name's Devin. I do acquisitions for a company called Blue Tape Construction. Um, I've been doing it for I just started in August. We do it to do flips mostly.
Okay.
The ones that we can't get flips out of, we partner with a Meraki Realty Group, and the ones we can't get flips out of, we have the option to pass those ones that can get market value off to Realty and off to the agents over there. Yeah, that's essentially what we use it for. It's very, very convenient. I love it more than any other system that I've ever used. Um, the way that it's set up, the way that you can categorize different leads for different things. It's super, super awesome. I just love it so
Awesome.
far.
What market are you guys in?
We're in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah,
Midwest.
yep,
Yeah, love it. Absolutely. So, let's see. So, can you tell me a little bit more about like the size of your business? How many team members? Um, how many deals you guys typically do and your revenue, if you're comfortable
right.
sharing that?
Okay. So Blue Tape, like they were doing it maybe a month before I got here, but because I just moved out here from Colorado, um, and they knew that I've had a lot of call center experience and real estate experience. I'm working hoping to get my license by the end of the year. Um, and essentially because I've had so much experience managing different call center companies and stuff like that, I'm the only one that's doing it. It's just me and my transaction coordinator. Um, since I've been here and I was done with training, I think I got three deals that we passed off to agents, and then we've had two flips so far.
Nice.
We couldn't really figure because it's so like fresh. We were trying to figure out where we were getting our leads from, which like PPLs we were getting, cold calls, stuff like that. We just had to kind of get a good groove. We had a good groove with our cold caller, and then something happened with our cold caller, and we had to get a new cold caller and train them and everything. So it was kind of rough for like the last month, but we've now got a good person for our cold calling. Um, and we just started a new PPL lead source about a week ago, and now they're coming in like hotcakes. So we've got another deal that I hope will close at like 4 o'clock, and since we switched it, it was like I think we have two since we switched it a week ago. So it's still in the like still kind of in the beginning stages, but like now we're kind of hitting the ground rolling, trying to finish the year strong.
Nice. So your two main
Mhm.
marketing channels then would be cold calling and PPL.
Yeah, cold calling PPL and what's the other one? We just started doing direct mail for this month.
Right now.
Direct mail starts this month. Yep.
Nice. Very good. And then what system did your company move from a previous CRM to REsimpli?
That is a beautiful question. I've worked with other systems before I got here, but I think he was already using I think he started with using you guys. He started with using ReSimpli, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Do you have any idea like what the pain points were that made
Made
him
him switch.
yeah, that made him
Um,
switch?
I think I think it was just the kind of like the how easy the access is with you guys, like the way you guys organize the entire app, and the fact that you guys have an app and it's not just something that you can do on the computer. That's also crazy convenient. The fact that I can have it, I can be out to dinner, which has happened, and my phone rings and it's not just come through as a regular phone call. It says it's Simply, pops up the entire lead. That convenience is definitely what I would think has made him stick with you guys since he started using you guys. Um, and for I told him for me, I was like, hey, don't switch it because this is great. So
Oh, we love to hear that. So it sounds like convenience for you guys is a big driver.
100%.
What other features of ReSimpli would you say are like your favorite?
Another good one that I love is that you guys have the three different types of ways to look at the house. Like once the house pops up, I love that it automatically does its own. You guys do your own little mathematical thing to figure out as close to however much equity they have in the home, how much they still own the home, and then how much it's worth. That's usually pretty accurate unless somebody did something, crazy since you guys got those numbers. And then the fact we can immediately just boom, go and pop the house up on Zillow and immediately start running comps and everything. That's super convenient to do while I'm on the phone with somebody, talking to them about, their lead and what exactly happened. That's the convenience of that instead of having to say, "Hey, I'll call you back. I gotta go look this up," yada yada yada, and then or just telling somebody to hold. If someone's on hold for too long, they're like, "Okay, I got stuff to do. I gotta go." And the more time, as you know, the more time you waste between that initial contact and getting them back on the phone later can make you lose a deal. So it definitely just gives you speed, gives you being able to multitask and look at multiple different things. I also love um, the call logs and almost every other like system that I've used like this. It is not just easy to go to call KPIs and to go to call logs and see it in real time. See it at the end of the day. We have a whole different spreadsheet that we do every day that I have to fill out, and I can fill that out in real time. If I see that my call KPI is this, I don't remember how many actual leads I touched. I know like, oh, I called this many people, but how many people did I actually talk to? And was it, a good call? Was it um was it a process? Was it an offer? To be able to just go to the call logs and see that that's, oh yeah, let me go listen to this one. I can listen to it too. Not just see the number. I can literally
Right.
listen to the call really quickly. Remember, oh, now I got to put this in the notes. Da 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 da. Or just listen to the majority of it and say, okay, that one was an offer. That one was just a process. Being able to, that one was a spam. So I need to dead that lead. And then the fact that you guys have all the different categories is the other thing that I can pop everything and move them accordingly. And once I move something one way, it's not like, oh, dang, that just has to be stuck in there. I can actually move it back or move it to the according category. It is super convenient, keeps me very organized. I love it.
I love that. Yeah, it's important to be organized in this business in order to scale. What are your
100%.
what are some of your 2026 goals in the business?
2026 goals. Actually just talked about that earlier today. I want to be able to do at least at least two flips a month. Be able to get those like under contract. Get two flips under contract a month, and then another two that would either be passed off to agents or we'll do wholesale sometimes and have two that we can also use for wholesale or pass to an agent. Do that every month. So what's that?
That's
24 flips, 24
yeah,
flips by the end of the year, roughly. We when we looked at it, we said 15 to 24 because the goal is two a month, but there'll be months that we don't get to two and everything. So
sure.
probably
Hopefully months
15 to
where you do
20,
more.
exactly. Hopefully months where we do more, but at least 15 to 24. And if we exceed that and supersede that, perfect. Um, and to have at least two a month that we can, oh, we may not have been a good fit for a flip, but we can get you an agent since you want closer to market value and you're kind of pleasure motivated rather than I need to get this done now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Have you had any experience with our customer service team, and what if so, what has your experience been?
Yeah. What did I have to do? Oh, when we first downloaded the app, like 3 weeks ago, something like that. I couldn't figure out how to get the text messages and the calls to come through on my phone as actually REsimpli. And at first, it wouldn't come through at all on my phone. It would
Mhm.
come through on my transaction coordinator's phone, but it wouldn't come through on my phone. So we had to call and use talk to the customer service and everything. And she was super helpful. I don't remember her name, but she was super helpful and was able to figure out the settings that I needed to change in my phone so that it popped up as the way it was supposed to, and did a test call to make sure that it was actually fixed, not just okay, I fixed it, have a good day. Like she really stayed on the phone and made sure that me and him were both able to get things the way we're supposed to, the emails the way we're supposed to, and made sure everything worked perfectly. So it was awesome.
I love that. Um, have you been able to, or have you guys implemented any of the AI features that we have available?
We have not. that's actually another thing that we talked about in our meeting this morning was trying to see what AI features that we could implement for the last quarter of the year.
Nice, nice. Well, you can definitely hop on with CS and they can walk you through that. Um,
100%.
do you know how many deals the company was doing before switching to ReSimpli?
So I think, like I said, I think it was probably within the month that I got here because he's also like he's a head of a brokerage and also an agent whenever he wants to, and didn't really even have the time. Like he launched it a month before I think I got here, and was he didn't really have time to actually go through it, but he didn't like the convenience. So I don't think he even really used, or he might have got one deal out of that other system. Maybe that's just me guessing, but because I know he didn't have the time to really do it because he had so many other deals and running a brokerage and everything.
Sure.
So he kind of just let me get in here. And once I got in there, he's like, let me know if you like the system. If not, we can go to another one. And I got into it and I was like, this is perfect. Don't change anything. Like, keep me here. I just learned it and it's beautiful.
Love that. Love that. Is there anything that you think sets ReSimpli apart from, you said you've used a lot of other systems. Is there anything
Mm.
specific that you think really sets ReSimpli apart from other systems
Um,
you've used?
all the parts I just touched, organization, more organized than any other calling system that I've ever used. Um, all the way from the way you guys have everything lined up for active leads, dead leads, how quickly you can move leads to the to the proper channel. Um, the speed and convenience. I've never had one that I could use on my computer and on my phone. Um, it's usually either one or the other, or like it'll be two, but they'll be completely different and they don't really work back and forth as they should. Like I said, that's the main thing where I told him he thought it was convenient until I started really messing with ReSimpli, and I was like, no, 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 we're not changing, we're not moving. It's we're gonna work with him. And then the customer service that's what sold me when we called the lady and she stayed on the phone as long as we needed. Didn't seem to get frustrated when we were getting frustrated. Just kept cool, calm, collected, all positive. Was like, we're gonna stay on the phone till you get it. Once we got it, still making sure that um, we were all good to go and did the test call, everything like that. That was awesome. So
I
that
love,
definitely set you guys apart. Because any other time I had to call um, help or the call in and talk about a problem that was going on with my systems, um, I almost always got attitude because they're like, well, this should be working. That's what my computer says is that it should be working. And if it doesn't, then what? And
right.
she was just, that's interesting. Well, let's try this. Okay, let's try this. And never gave any type of attitude, anything like that. And I've done, like I said, a bunch of different call center jobs. I've done a bunch of different stuff around real estate, and those are the two biggest things: is the organization and way you can just play with it on a daily basis, and it's so user friendly, and the customer service. Those are definitely the two biggest.
I love that. Um, you mentioned, is there any, have you used any other real estate specific platforms in your previous roles?
Um, the last time that I did one was in 20. It was in 2019, right before COVID. I worked for a company called Hope Rent to Own. I can't remember the name of that system. I knew you were going to ask me, so I've been trying to think about the name of that system the whole time we've been on the call.
Was it
Um,
Podio?
yes, yes. And to say the least, to say the least, say the most at the same time, it wasn't nearly as user friendly as you guys is. 100%.
Yeah, you can definitely, I mean, definitely feel free to expand on that, like what your experience was with Podio versus your experience with ReSimpli.
And each of the situations that I just named, their user friendliness was not there. The customer service that I had to deal with them multiple times was terrible. I had to escalate to that from that person to their supervisor, even another time to their supervisor, to try to get something figured out that was very simple. And once I got to the third person, they were like, "Oh, this is all they had to do. Oh, that's all they had to do. Why did they have an attitude about it?" Like I'm just trying to get my stuff fixed so I can work
Sure.
just like they're doing. So that's always a turnoff for me if a company has the wrong people in place when it comes to their help desk and everything like that. Um, the convenience of moving through the system was not as smooth as you guys are. Like I said, just the fact that you guys have a tab for everything, anything you could possibly think you need when it comes to looking at leads and when it comes to doing the job, you guys have a different tab for it. Whether it's business KPIs, whether it's call KPIs, whether it's the way your call logs are set up, it's not just the logs without being able to play to play the call. Like all of it was is just immensely better. And I don't know what they're like now in 2025, but back in 2019, no, no, absolutely not.
Amazing. What last question? What would you say to somebody that's considering ReSimpli and is on a different platform and they're
Do
considering
it, buy it, do it, buy it. It's worth it. Just do it. You're gonna thank me later. And if you need to take me to dinner, I like seafood, so that's it. That's 100% what I would say. I wouldn't even second guess. I'd be like, "What are you using?" They wouldn't even have to finish talking. Doesn't matter. Use ReSimpli.
Oh, that's the best endorsement ever. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Devin, for talking with me today about your ReSimpli experience. And
100%.
yeah, if there's anything we can do for you, obviously let us know. And just kind of a little sneak peek, if you think it's amazing now, just wait until 6.0 rolls out, which is probably our biggest, well, not probably, it is the biggest
It
update
is the biggest
ev
update. There we
that we've
go.
ever done. So
Okay.
into Q1 is when we're looking to launch that, and
Okay.
it's going to make your life even easier. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You
Bye bye.
too. Bye bye.